Okay, so get this. OpenAI, they just dropped something huge, EG. Like seriously, huge.
It's true. It's true. Next level AI.
The kind that makes, ChatGPT look like it's stuck in elementary school.
Totally. We're diving into OpenAI's brand new AI model series. It's called O1,
Oh, one.
and they're claiming it can solve problems that would make even, the brainiest PhD students sweat.
Oh, one. New name, new game, right? So what makes this so different? Wasn't GPT-4 already doing some pretty impressive stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, GPT-4 was good, but imagine this. You've got one student who can memorize a whole textbook, word for word.
Impressive.
Right. But then you've got this other student, and they can not only understand all those concepts, but actually use them to solve brand new problems, maybe even come up with totally new ideas. Like, that's the difference we're talking about here.
So less chatbot, more like having a superpowered brain like in your back pocket.
Exactly. Previous AI models, even the really good ones, they were mostly focused on mimicking human conversation. They could string words together convincingly, but when it came to actual reasoning, problem solving, they had their limits.
They did, yeah.
OpenAI O1, on the other hand, this is designed to think.
Okay, that's a bold claim. But I'm all about seeing the receipts. Like, what can this O1 actually do?
Well, for starters, OpenAI put these models through a battery of tests, the kind designed to challenge, like, the brightest minds in fields like physics, chemistry, advanced math, you name it. And get this, in many cases, O1 is performing right up there with PhD students in those fields.
Hold on. PhD-level reasoning from an AI.
Yeah, you heard right. And it gets even crazier. They threw O1 into the gauntlet of competitive coding. There's this platform called Code Forces.
Okay, so for those of us who aren't, coding whizzes, what's Code Forces?
Think of it like the digital Olympics for programmers. They have to race against the clock to solve, like, super complex coding challenges. And get this. O1 landed in the 89th percentile.
So it's beating out 89% of the humans who compete on that platform. This is starting to sound like a sci-fi movie.
It's wild. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff. And if that wasn't enough, they also had O1 take a qualifying exam for the International Mathematical Olympiad.
Now, that's a seriously tough competition, even for, like, bona fide math geniuses.
Absolutely.
Right.
And while the previous champ, GPT-4, only managed to solve about 13% of the problems correctly, O1 crushed it with a score of 83%.
Okay, I'm convinced this isn't just some, like, minor upgrade. We're talking about a massive leap forward for AI.
You got it. And it's especially huge for fields that need that deep thinking, complex problem solving. So imagine groundbreaking discoveries in scientific research, incredibly powerful tools for programmers and engineers.
Maybe even solutions to problems that have stumped humanity for centuries.
Exactly. Like, we're talking about a whole new world of possibilities here.
And it's not just about, like, pure brain power, is it? Didn't OpenAI also say something about jailbreaking?
Oh, yeah.
And how O1 is much better at resisting those kinds of things.
Absolutely. As AI gets more and more powerful, I mean, it's more important than ever to make sure it's playing by the rules, so to speak.
Right. For those of us who, maybe haven't heard that term before, jailbreaking, what exactly does that mean in the AI world?
So it's basically like it sounds, people are trying to trick the AI into going rogue, make it say or do things that it's not supposed to. Think of those escape rooms.
Okay.
But instead of breaking out of, a physical room, you're trying to break out of the AI's safety protocols.
Oh, I see. Okay. And so O1 is better at resisting those escape attempts because...
No, OpenAI developed a whole new training program for this O1 series, specifically focused on safety. And because O1 can actually, like, understand, reason about these complex rules, right? Remember that student who gets the concepts?
Right, right.
This is where that really shines. They put both, O1 and GPT-4 through these seriously tough, like, jailbreak tests, right? To see who'd crack first.
Okay, who won?
In their toughest test, O1 preview, 84 out of 100.
Wow.
GPT-4, 22.
Wow. Whoa. Okay, talk about a landslide victory. Sounds like O1 really takes those boundaries seriously. But let's, bring this back down to earth for a sec. I'm sure some of our listeners are thinking, okay, this is cool and all, but what does it mean for me? Like, can I try this out?
Right, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And the really cool thing is, this isn't some, like, far-off fantasy. OpenAI O1 is available right now.
Wait, really? So I could just go, like, try this out today?
If you're a ChatGPT Plus or Team user, yeah, you already have access to both O1 Preview, and it's faster, cheaper sibling, O1 Mini.
Okay, so ChatGPT Plus and Team users, just for some quick context, those are folks with paid subscriptions who get, early access to all the cool new stuff.
Right.
Right, but back to O1 Mini for a sec. What's the deal with that one? Is it like O1 previews, like little helper?
Yeah, you could say that. OpenAI actually designed O1 Mini specifically for coding.
Okay.
It's faster, more efficient, and much less expensive to run. Imagine having a coding expert on call 24/7.
So like a superpowered coding buddy.
Exactly. Need to write code faster,
Hmm.
fix errors more efficiently, or just come up with creative solutions to tricky, programming problems. O1 Mini's got your back.
That sounds incredibly useful for developers, especially like anyone working, under tight deadlines.
Right.
But what about the rest of us who don't speak, fluent Python or JavaScript? Will we ever get to experience the power of O1?
Absolutely. So OpenAI's goal is to make this technology accessible to, as many people as possible. They're planning to roll out O1 Mini to all ChatGPT users eventually. And this kind of specialized AI assistance has the potential to revolutionize not just coding, any field that requires that, that complex problem solving. Imagine having an AI partner, right, to help you brainstorm new ideas, analyze mountains of data, or even just talk through like a tough decision.
It's really cool that that OpenAI is making this so accessible.
Yeah.
But even with O1 Mini on the way, O1 Preview is still like the new kid on the block, right?
Right.
Are there any limitations we should know about?
Yeah, that's a great question. O1 Preview is still in early access.
Okay.
So it's not quite as decked out with features as its older sibling, GPT-4.
What kind of features are we talking about? Like what's missing?
Well, for one, O1 Preview can't browse the web yet.
Okay.
So unlike GPT-4, it can't pull in up to the minute info from the internet.
Right.
It also can't handle those file uploads just yet.
So a little less connected to the outside world for now,
Right.
but those features are probably, on the way. Right.
Oh, absolutely. OpenAI has said those are just temporary limitations. They're working on bringing O1 Preview up to speed, with all the bells and whistles that GPT-4 has.
Got it. So big picture, where do you see all of this going? Like what does the future hold for O1, for AI in general?
Honestly, the possibilities are pretty much endless. Like we're already seeing O1 do things that, we thought were impossible for AI.
Totally.
And this is just the beginning. As these models keep learning and evolving, who knows what incredible things they'll be capable of?
Both exciting and a little bit, mind-blowing, right?
Yeah.
Like if O1 can already kind of think at a near human level, like what happens when it surpasses us?
That's the question, right?
Yeah.
And it's one we need to start thinking about now.
Yeah, because if AI does become, smarter than us, what does that mean? For how we work, how we create, like even what it means to be human, right?
Exactly. These are big questions. And there are no easy answers, but the conversation starts with understanding this technology, its potential,
Yeah.
and how it might change, the world as we know it.
Well said. And on that note, we'll leave you with something to think about. If OpenAI's O1 can already reason like we do, how long until it's doing it better? What does that mean for our future?
Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep diving deep into the incredible world of AI.